I'm not a happy camper. I've had a very busy day. I started at 10 a.m. on this fine Saturday day. Fine Saturday. See, I can't even talk. On this fine Saturday. And now it is 8 p.m. The sun has gone down. And look who comes out. The stupid bike club. This is Stir in the Pot with Don Kincaid and my very special guests. I've got two of the bike club, two members of the bike club, one Corey Adams and one Stevie Legend. Thank you, my friends, for coming in and sitting down and talking to us, the fans. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. It's a big opportunity for us, and we're very excited.
And welcome to the Kool-Aid Files.
Yeah,
I just noticed you were wearing the Kool-Aid shirt.
Look at that son of a bitch. I cannot believe. Oh, my God. Now, I said this the last one with Mr. Warden and Mrs. Warden, because Mrs. Warden and I have a very funky relationship on the last interview I just had. I'm going to say it here again. Hashtag, boys and girls, hashtag FML. Fuck my life. Are you shitting? Look at that shirt that he's wearing right now. Are you kidding me right now?
That's a masterpiece. That shirt is just, I love it.
You know what? I've been smoking a lot on the shows lately, and I don't like to smoke on camera, but you guys have been fucking amping me up, and I need me a cigarette, especially after seeing the Kool-Aid.
I got pizza and wings with me right now, so.
Hey.
Video game, I just paused, so.
Nice. Hey, all seriousness, I know we do this thing. I do want to thank you guys for coming in, because it's a weird time right now in the world. I want to make sure you guys are all right. Everything's good. Your family and all of that good stuff. Your pets and, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, everything's great on my end. I'm still working my day job, but I want to get back in the ring.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mr. Legend and yourself, you doing okay over there?
Yeah, we're doing good. Thank you for asking. I hope you guys are all doing well too. I work at the supermarket, which is just crazy right now, and I just pretty much quarantine just got me on video games pretty much with my cousin and streaming a lot of old wrestling basically. So I'm eager to get back in.
Well, when I'm not working, because I'm deemed one of the essential as well, I'm out there dodging the Kincaid. You get it, the Kincaid.
That's part. I like that.
That's okay. I know it's a serious gig, but we try to lighten it up a little bit here. So I'm out there as well. But when I'm all bottled up and quarantined myself, this is what I'm doing. Today, again, this is the 6th interview in one day. My brain is a bunch of mush, and this MFer comes waltzing in with a fucking Kool-Aid shirt. Oh my God, that does make me laugh, though. I gotta say, that is something I've never seen that is something else. We're definitely diving into that. As much as I hate the bike club, look at him eating chicken wings like an animal. Oh my God, I've never had anybody eat on this show before. What an animal.
I had wings before. I had wings before, but
took away. Yep, get to my house.
I had my wings earlier, but I got something for you, Don. Give me 1 second.
What do you mean? All right. Hey, Stevie Legend, what kind of wings do you got going on there? I like garlic Romano. What do you got going on?
They're like a mild garlic from this place Danny's right down the street, but they were really busy today, so that's why it took a while. If you're ever around Summers, Danny's beef, they're great.
What the fuck is that?
They now owe me for the shout out, but
what are you doing? Are you getting all?
We're gonna set sail on starting the Kool-Aid with the captain.
Oh God, Stevie Legend, did you put him up to this?
I had no idea.
Oh my God!
I can't out of the bottle.
Oh man, I actually wish I had some moonshine, apple pie moonshine left. That would have really set the mood right.
Oh man, that'd be fun.
Don, have you ever had?
You got to make that happen one day.
Have you ever had homemade moonshine?
That's what I'm talking about. Lisa Thomas from Battlefront Pro Wrestling. She gave me a whole mason jar. Homemade, beautiful. Look at you drinking that shit. Oh my God, I could never. Oh my God, that's disgusting. Homemade apple pie moonshine. I love it, and I'm not even a drinker. Holy cow, I got so tanked talking to Ref Bill. Ha, F Ref Bill. Hey, Mr. Stevie Legend, I've got you. What the fuck has he got going on now? Oh my Jesus
You're a
Christ.
psychopath.
Bottoms
You're
up,
a
Donnie.
psychopath.
Oh my God, Stevie Legend.
Oh, I love this man.
Oh my goodness, Stevie Legend. You have dived, have divin, however you want to put it. You have jumped into one of the looniest bin factions I've ever seen in my entire life. They call themselves the Bike Club. You're part of the Bike Club. What the hell is wrong with you? You look like not a bad kid. Look at this fucking maniac. He's chasing alcohol with alcohol. I mean,
Damn straight.
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, Seven and a lot of them, like, obviously I'm a younger generation than most of them, but like we're very different people. And when he asked me to be a part of it, I kind of wanted to just jump on board because I thought it could be a really opportunity for me. You know, the tags down at Kevin Landry's, there's not a ton of them, and they wanted to get me in the division, and I thought, you know, let's just dive in. Let's full send.
Now, I've seen in a couple of instances with the Bike Club, I boo the piss out of the Bike Club. That's what I do. That's what I like. That's my comfort zone. And look at that smile. You know, for a guy who really hates the crowd and doesn't want to make a lot of friends, that smile, drunk or not drunk, you know, I don't know what you got going on the side for action, but dude, that smile on the Ace of Spades, the King of Spades. I'm sorry, the King of Spades. Corey Adams is always on, man. You like to have a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we gotta have an MGM night when things open back up.
Now, this whole Kool-Aid thing. Why? Yeah. What are you doing to me? You're making my life a miserable hell with this Kool-Aid. But look at him; it makes him smile so much. What is this whole Kool-Aid thing?
We're having fun with you. It started on center ring with Lucas Chase.
Yeah, we're making fun of you for being a mark.
Exactly.
That means we like you, though.
You know, I gotta say, I almost.
If I didn't like somebody, I wouldn't make.
And also, you were supposed to wear a Bike Club shirt on center ring, and you never did.
I scathed that. Thank you.
You think you have for now? It's coming.
Yeah. I scathed that bullcrap because that's the last thing I kind of want to put on my poor skinny vessel is a Bike Club shirt. Holy crap. Now the Bike Club, they've kind of changed members. Some people come, some people go. You make a faction, and some are the regulars, if you will. You've added Stevie Legend. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, it's compromised of Seven, Corey Adams, Stevie Legend, Lucas Chase. Am I missing anybody?
Yes. How could you forget Len Oddity?
Well, because when I spoke to Lucas Chase, I wasn't sure where the whole Len Oddity thing. So I'm glad that you added Len Oddity. Yeah. I knew of him, but I wasn't sure if he was.
Yeah, Len's always part of the Bike Club. He might not always be there, but he's there when we need him.
I got you. Mr. Stevie Legend, have you ever dealt or seen or had the pleasure of hanging around or anything like that around Mr. One Len Oddity?
Oh, yes. A couple shows, a couple Battlefronts at GCW back last year. He's a cool dude, but man, he does some things I'm just like, yeah, no thanks. Sorry, my phone just lagged out there. But
yeah,
he's cool. I like him.
Now, if you had... Now, if the Bike Clubs, what the fuck? You are crazy. Now, what if the Bike Club says, hey, we're going into this hardcore thing and we want you to be part of it? Is Stevie Legend going to jump into a hardcore match and get maybe a little bloody, a little beaten, a little bruised? How does that...
I'll tell you right now, if Stevie Legend wants to do a hardcore match, he's more than happy to, but I guarantee you he's not going to be the one that's going to be bloody. And that sounds like a challenge. That sounds like a challenge coming for you, Don. So maybe you want to step in the hardcore match with Stevie.
No. Everyone has like a limit of what they'll do, what they won't do. Some obviously is way higher or lower than others. I'd have the discussion, yeah.
Oh, so you'd be open-minded to a hardcore situation. Wow, I didn't see that coming.
Well, we can come there right now and take that the Kool-Aid belt.
Yeah. If they asked me, I'd be open to discussion. Yeah.
Oh man, are you okay? Like, are you okay, Mr. Adams? Because you are
fine.
pounding that. You are pounding that shit like an MFer. Oh my god. Oh my god. Corey Adams. Now there's this promotion called WCWE,
Yes.
and you seem to be the spearhead of this, if you will. Am I correct on saying that?
Well, it's a collaborative effort. It's not just me. We have other people behind the scenes because people are not high on the bike club, as you may know. So they're getting sick of the bike club running anything. So there are other people in charge. Like, I just found out I might have to defend my Ground Zero title against that idiot, the Puerto Rican Dream, who I've beaten so many times. I think I beat him in Rhode Island. I beat him in Massachusetts. I beat him in Connecticut. How many more title shots is this idiot gonna get?
Well, this, my friend, could be the one that makes the whole difference. So, giving him another title shot, I can appreciate that because the Puerto Rican Dream, he respects some Don Kincaid, and I respect him for that too. And he kind of stands up for me when we're at the WCWE shows, and I really respect that. So, with that being said, I hope he kicks your tuchus and takes that belt away from you.
Yeah, and look what happened last time. He talked shit and he got bit.
Well, boys and girls, literally, he got bit. Corey Adams bit him because there's a little vampire thing going on in the bike club, if you will. And the Puerto Rican Dream, he got bit right in front of my eyes. Holy cow. Now, there was one instance up at Shut Up and Wrestle, Mr. Stevie Legend. You were part of it, but you were not in ring at the time. Or maybe you were because I've been to so many events and I don't remember everything. We all know I'm not that bright. Now, up at Shut Up and Wrestle, there was a thing with the southern discomfort, okay, if you will. Okay. And then there was the bike club. There was a big bag of garlic thrown, and it really took things for a turn. Stevie Legend, you were involved in that situation, weren't you?
Yes. It was a 2-on-2, and I was the manager. I was out at the time. Yeah, that was a fun match. My only real spot was like I did a little interference on the outside, and then they threw me into the ring, and they threw me out of the ring. So I had a little bit of involvement, but yeah, that was definitely a fun match.
I like those little intricacies, like a bag of garlic thrown at the vampires and shit just goes south. I love that. Oh my god!
But now we got the cure, Lucas Chase, so garlic won't affect us anymore.
That's a bunch of bullshit, which I have to say. That he's not the cure for everything, all right? I'm just going to put that out there. His moniker...
Why don't you tell that to his face? I dare you.
No. It's like when you find a med kit in Fortnite. You honestly... You go automatically to 100.
Maybe I could call him right now.
No. We don't have to do that, no. But I would say, just because his moniker is the cure doesn't mean he's a cure for everything. So I'd like to see where this, whole thing goes with the bike club. Now, the bike club, it's got that vampire feel. I keep using the word vampire. Am I correct on saying that? Because Seven thinks he's a daywalker of some kind. What's going on? Is a vampire thing correct or no?
Yeah, me and Seven are vampires. It's a vampire vibe. Lucas is the cure, and Stevie's just the legend.
The legend.
So we're complete.
I don't know if you noticed, Mr. Adams. Stevie Legend, he's a young man in the scene. Hasn't been in it very long. He can't be a legend when he's that young. Just gonna say that right now. Gonna put it out there, just so we're on the same page.
I've been a legend since I was born. That which would shock you is 1998. But like when Seven started, I was 8, 9.
And he was even a legend back then.
Yeah.
That's not how this whole...
06, 07? Yeah, I was probably third at that point.
That's not how this whole thing works, man. It's not like that. You've got to put in your time, pay your dues, take the drives, kick some ass, make a name for yourself, maybe be put in the Bike Club Hall of Fame, and then maybe you could be a legend. Maybe you could be a legend. But right now, I don't think you could have the name The Legend. There ain't no way.
How about he comes over and takes that Stir in the Pot championship, and then you'll see how much of a legend he really is.
No,
I like that.
No, we don't have to do that. No.
Yeah, I'm down.
But hey, I'm going to show you something right now. And this is, this isn't a secret. Do you see this guy right here? That's Yorick, okay? He is right now the 19th and current. He is the current Stirring the Pot champion. You could do whatever you want to me. That's not going to affect the championship reign. So you've got to go through this guy if you think you're going to take that strap. That's all I'm saying.
So you're telling me you got beat by a toy skull?
Hey, you don't know what Yorick is capable of, all right? So you don't talk out of your gums like that, Mr. Captain Morgan.
You got beat by something you could probably go buy a Toys R Us.
Hey, there is no. Oh wait, is there a Toys R Us again? I don't know. Didn't they fold and maybe did something come back or something?
Something came back, but also they never went out of business in Canada.
Really?
Oh.
If you go to toysrus.ca, the Canada website will come up.
Huh. Now,
another
Stevie Legend, when I first saw you, it was way back on, let me see. Stevie Legend.
I believe it was June.
GCW in Agawam? Is that the first time I believe I saw you?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Now, you were a good guy back then, if I'm not mistaken.
Stevie's always been a good guy. He's a good guy.
No, he's not, and I know we're here talking. He's not really a good guy anymore because he's turned over to this weird side and he's gotten sucked into this. He's drinking the he's drinking the Kool-Aid of the Bike Club. Why?
Drinking blood.
Yeah, the blood, drinking the blood of the whatever. You were doing fine on your own. And I know I've already asked you this question, but you don't need these guys to further your career. Do you think you do? I don't get it.
I don't know if I'd use the word need them, but they're definitely helping. I definitely feel like getting myself in the tag division.
And I see what you're trying to do, Don. The Bike Club, we're a family. We're really tight. It's not about we needing each other.
Exactly.
It's about we're a brotherhood. We're there for each other.
Oh, really? You're there for each other?
Damn
I
straight.
think it's a good opportunity for me. I think it's a good opportunity for them.
Well, you kind of have a good. You're a young, upcoming wrestler. There was a guy used to be in the Bike Club for a minute. Cody Lee. He was in again a young upcomer at the same exact place that you guys are running in at the Kevin Landry's Combine up in Holyoke, Mass. Now, because Mr. Adams, he says you guys are tight in a brotherhood, but man, that whole thing for a minute. Did you see what they did to Cody Lee? That could happen to you, just like that.
That's not gonna happen with Stevie.
Yeah, but you could say what you want, Mr. Adams. You don't believe that has a chance in hell of happening?
Cody was giving us problems.
No, how do you figure?
You'd have to ask Seven on that one, but I know for sure that was Cody. That was all on Cody. You can't blame me. You can't blame Seven. You can't blame Stevie. So stop trying to stir it up with the Bike Club and get us a fight, because it ain't gonna happen. If you want to fight, Don, we'll come there and we'll fight.
No, we don't need that, because first off, I don't think you should be driving with the amount of alcohol you've just been sipping on this show alone. Never mind whatever else you've been tapping into. Holy shit, Stevie, man. Now, hanging out.
Who said anything about driving? There's a thing called Uber.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about Uber because I don't use it. I've never used an Uber. I forget about it. Now, this whole thing, Can I ask how the bike club originated? Because I never asked a question about the bike club because I kind of don't give a crap. But now that I got you guys on here, I feel that it's maybe a necessity to maybe introduce the fans to you that don't know you, and the ones that do know you, maybe get a little history about the bike club.
Well, if you remember,
that's you, all you, Cody.
Okay, so if you look back to the first ever WCWE bar brawl, now we have a ring. I just want to put that out there. That WWE has a ring. Next show, we're moving forward. But the one that was bar brawl, me and Seven went to war. If you remember that, and that's available at facebook.com/WWE Wrestling. And after me and Seven beat the tar out of each other. We beat the shit out of each other. And if you watch the end promo, that's where the bike club formed. I earned Seven's respect that night, and ever since then, because I never had a fight like that, and he's probably not had anything crazy like that. So by us beating the crap out of each other, we earned each other's respect and became brothers right then and there, and that's when the bike club formed. Might have not been called the bike club right then, but that's where it started.
Who's the leader? That's got me curious.
Leader? We're brothers. Everybody has an equal say. Me and Seven are the founders, but there's no leader per se.
You're telling me with the egos that are in that bike club right now, nobody wants to be the leader? I find that very hard to believe.
Egos? What egos? What egos? You never seen the argument with the bike club?
A lot of like responsibility with things. Like he makes a lot of like the promo stuff online and makes a lot of merchandise. So I mean, I guess
yeah,
you can say
that's the thing. We each do our part. Seven will help with a lot of the videos and do most of that editing and our promos, anything you see online. I handle the hardcore stuff, and Stevie's a big help with what he does. So we all play a part. It's not like I'm gonna say, oh, Stevie, you gotta go do this. Seven, you gotta go do this. Len, you gotta do this. Lucas, you have to do this, or vice versa. We team.
Well, I guess. I just really and boys and girls, for you that don't know of the bike club, you're gonna listen to this video and you might go check out some bike club footage, see what they're about. Yeah, if you do, you're gonna remember what Mr. Corey Adams said. What egos? And boy, you're going to look at that footage and be like, what the hell was he talking about? Dude, you guys are, you all bring a little something. Like you said, you each bring a little something to the table. Now, I'm curious, Len Oddity comes into the picture. How?
Who doesn't love Len Oddity? And
you never know with a character like Len. You never know with him.
And Len is just as crazy as me and Seven. We've known Len a long time, and he's just a good asset to have. And you saw the tag match me and Len had.
Holy shit, did I?
And you saw what he did to that punk Brian Albertson.
Holy shit, did I?
I don't even think Stevie's seen that.
I don't think I did, no.
Well, that's something, Mr. Stevie Legend, you should look back upon because, man.
Send me the video.
Absolutely. I'll link you up. Holy shit, was that crazy. Talk about a bloodbath. The people that ran the building, okay, because this was outside in the back of a bar in Newington, Connecticut. Yep. The people that were running the building there had to literally break out like 3 garden hoses and had to hose the place down. That's how much blood was out there.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
And Len sent them to the hospital.
Really?
So, Oh yeah, literally.
That
Yeah,
does sound
Albert.
bad. That does
Yeah,
sound
Albert.
bad.
And that just shows you what could happen when you talk shit about the bike club. So remember that, Kool-Aid.
Now, the tag team titles that are in WCW, they're interchangeable, like the Freebird rules, if you will. I noticed because when Len isn't there, somebody else takes over. Seven isn't there, somebody else takes over, and all of that interchangeable stuff. Is that the way it's always going to be in WCWE with those tag team titles specifically?
Yes. If there's like 3 or more people in a group, it's Freebird rules. Any combination of that group. Now they can't go take say I'm defending the titles, right? I can't go and grab a non-bike club member to team up. It has to be a member of your group.
Okay. Now WCWE, I've been there to a couple shows. I've had some good times at those shows. Totally different than anything I've been to. That's why I've gone, Jesus Christmas, he's still pounding that shit. Totally different than anything that I've gone to before. What does WCWE stand for? Please fill me in. I don't ever remember asking you, and it's been killing me.
WCWE. What does that stand for? World Chaos Wrestling Entertainment.
World Chaos Wrestling Entertainment. See, Mr. Legend, he even had to think about it because we just say WCWE so much.
Well, it's because we recently. It's because we recently changed it because when people started asking what meant, the original meeting it sounded odd. So I'm not gonna get into what that was. It just sounded it didn't sound good. So we just recently changed it because not a lot of people asked, and when one of my personal friends asked me, I'm like, me and Seven are like, that sounds kind of weird. So I changed it.
Now for the fans that don't know you again, or if they do know you and haven't connected with you on the face page and the Twitter and all of that cool shit, with the bike club going on, is there a separate bike club page? And do you each member have your own page?
Well, I'm on Twitter at Corey Adams 57. And I'm on Facebook, King of Spades 55. And then also you can find me, just look at Corey Adams too. I have a page, Corey Adams. Okay. We have not made an official bike club page yet. Right now we all have our own.
Yeah,
and Stevie?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Stevie_Legend, Instagram Stevie_McBride1024, and then the Stevie Legend Facebook page.
Now, no Facebook page specifically for the bike club. I'm kind of shocked that hasn't happened yet because with our time and the way the internet works with all of the social media.
Either.
Well, I'm just saying that you want as much content as you can to be put out there, and using the bike club name as much as you guys have, I would think you would kind of come together and kind of figure that out. So
also the other thing I want to mention.
Yeah.
So if you go to teespring.com/stores/behind the curtain, you could get my podcast Behind the Curtain. You get our merch there, and also we just came out with WCWE merch, and Bike Club's gonna be next. I mean, we have sweatshirts, we have T-shirts, we have tank tops, we have women's leggings with the WCWE logo on. So it's all there at that link, and then the Bike Club stuff will be coming soon.
Yeah, I need that Bike Club hat. That's gotta be top of my list.
Yeah, Don, you should replace that little whatever that logo is. I can't read it from here, so no disrespect.
It's test of strength.
Oh, okay.
Test of strength. You better watch yourself. Watch yourself.
That's a cool hat because I like Slick. Slick's cool.
That's right. Yeah. Watch yourself.
But you have to get another one just like that with a little Bike Club logo up there.
I'd be down to rock a Bike Club beanie hat.
Now the women's.
I'll be down to rock a beanie.
Mr. Corey Adams, the women's leggings. Did you put them on there so you could, maybe sport a pair of the women's leggings for
you
Fight
want to
Club?
talk? You want to talk shit?
No,
shit?
I would.
I'll come right now. I know you are, Don. I'll come there right now.
No, no, not at all. I'm not talking shit. I was just curious because why women's leggings part of the Bike Club thing? I mean, really, like you have women's merch, for the Bike Club.
Yes, because and we also have, and Seven came out with some shirts. We call our female fans the Glampires. So Seven has some of those. I don't know. I think he just brings them to shows. I don't think he has them up on a site yet. But.
Did you say Glampires?
Yes. Oh, well, now you're going to make fun of our fans, too? Remember, you got to sit with those people.
I do have to say, all right, I'll give you that because I do know one specific fan. I love her like a sister. Her name is Dawn, and she has, or she's supposed to have, or before this whole thing, was supposed to have her very own Glampire shirt, and she loves the Bike Club. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know why. I will never be on.
You forgot one important person. The newest member of the Bike Club.
No, you forgot. I don't want to know. I don't want to remember those things that happened.
You forgot the newest member. The newest member. No,
forgot.
You did. The Baroness.
It's not the Baroness. It's the Baroness. You are hammered, my friend. You are hammered. He's drinking the sauce. He's a Baroness. What the fuck's a Baroness?
I'm sorry, Baroness. I know she hates when people get her name. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. I can't wait till she sees this, and next time she sees you, she's going to give you a low blow just for shits and giggles for calling her the Baroness.
Not sure. It wasn't intentional.
Speaking of which, she came and she was the valet, if you will, at the last WCWE show. Yes. And she was the valet of Steve Savage. I had him on here not that long ago, might I add. And she was the valet of one Steve Savage, and she turned on him and became a member of the Bike Club. I only have one question and one question only because I know of Baroness, and I know she's not always, in the fans' favorites at all. She doesn't really care about the fans much, but I got one question. What the fuck?
How far in are you?
Long Island I see, baby.
Oh, cheese and rice.
That's some good stuff right there. And you know what the best thing is, Don? I haven't caught a buzz yet. I have not even caught a buzz yet.
Oh, Jesus Christmas.
We got to take you out drinking something like Don. When this is all over, you got to come out drinking with the Bike Club.
No. Fun night. I cannot wait. That is a great night.
You're going to come out with the Bike Club, and we're going to show you how the Bike Club parties.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Couple things. I'm not a drinker, and when I do, I can't handle my alcohol for shit. So there ain't no way that I'm going to the bar with a bunch of guys that can drink, because I can look at you.
Drinker, but
no,
not like Corey. Definitely not like Corey. But
Mr. Legend, I would have been 2 sips in and been totally fine. Cut me off. I'm good. This dude's drinking it like he's drinking Hawaiian Punch and 7-Up and Pepsi and Mountain Dew and Red Bull, but it's all alcohol. How the fuck? I could never do that.
You're gonna come out with the Bike Club, and we're gonna show you how to party.
No, not in a million years would I ever do that. You are sadly mistaken, my friend. Mr. Legend, you said can't wait for to go out back out there, get everything hopefully to some kind of normalcy, and have some fun with the boys. Have you run into any good times that maybe you can share a story with the fans that's happened to you, being the youngest member right now? Obviously, oh my fucking word. Being the youngest member in the Bike Club, do you have any stories that have already happened so far?
Nothing too crazy. We tend to have drinks after shows. I think one night I went out with Blitzkrieg. after one of their shows. I had a drink with Teddy Hart. That was cool. He complimented my Bret Hart shirt. That was pretty fun. So.
That's cool. Corey Adams, you can drink it like none other. I am not a. I'm not a drinker.
It's nothing. It's nothing. Apparently, because also remember too, I'm a DJ. I DJ at bars all the time. And 7 usually comes, and that's why you got to come out and party with the Bike Club.
I'm gonna say that's a hard no. I'll take a hard pass. I don't. This small vessel couldn't handle what you're gonna bring to the table. I'll tell you that right now. Now, the Bike Club. Do you feel that you could gain more members at any time? Because we've seen it with the Baroness, if you will, the Baroness. We've seen you add her just like that. Could you see more members coming into the Bike Club?
No, because we're not right now. We're not the freaking NWO. We're not going to have 100 members. Everyone we have is a perfect fit.
Why the female element to the whole Bike Club thing? I'm kind of curious about that.
Because
that way we can get a belt in like our promotions, every belt. We can get their women's belt, their tag belt, their world belt.
And she could kick ass.
She does kick ass.
All right. Well, I guess I could give you both what you just said.
Maybe we could send her to come get that Stern the Kool-Aid belt.
No. We don't need that because I've been to her, not to her house. It was an escape place, if you will, that she gave me the address to because I did a sit down stirring the pot with her, and she slammed the door in my face. It wasn't the best of visits. Yeah, it wasn't the best of visits, I gotta say.
Well, you probably pissed her off.
Well, I tell you one thing. She hears this and looks back and says that you called her the Baroness. She's gonna kick your ass. I'm telling you, and I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, of course she's gonna.
You just tried to stir the shit up.
I am gonna
now I see why this show is called Stirring the Kool-Aid, because you like to stir up problems.
Well, technically it's called stirring the pot.
It's called Stirring the Kool-Aid. With Don Kool-Aid.
You think I didn't catch that? I caught that. Now, shut up and wrestle, Stevie Legend. What a good time it is up there. I kind of like you. Talk to us, the fans, a little bit on how you started coming up, because you just don't jump into wrestling. You kind of find it. Somebody turns you on, or maybe you've Googled wrestling schools. How did you get into the Kevin Landry's Combine up there?
Interesting story. How far back am I going? Well, obviously, I've always wanted to do it ever since I was 10 and watched Shawn Michaels Undertaker at WrestleMania. That's when I knew I want to wrestle. I want to do this. This is my one true love in life. Fast forward to senior year high school wrestling. I'm wearing shirts almost every day, like Triple H, Undertaker, CM Punk, whatever. My coach owned a gym in West Springfield, Club Fitness, and my first trainer put his ring in there, and so since he knew I'm obsessed with WWE and stuff, he told me yo, check this out, you gotta come over here, and then I ended up with Kevin's, and yeah. Now
Kevin just go ahead, Mr. Adam.
And a quick funny story, Stevie, you got lucky because when I was in high school, our coach, our town hated pro wrestling. It was like amateur enthusiasts, and they hated pro wrestling. One day, our coach was running late, so we pulled a big crash pad out, and we started doing pro wrestling moves. I took a 3D, rolled off the mat, off the crash pad. As soon as our coach walked in, the two senior captains, one of them was hitting the other one with a chair.
That's great.
Talk about something that turned into a hell practice. And that's why it took so long for any kind of wrestling show to happen in Newington. The only reason why because no one would rent a building, even still to this day, is very, very tough. Mm-hmm. The only reason why WWE ran that bar is because it's a private property. Mm-hmm. It's a public place, but it's owned by the owner of the bar.
I'm trying to think, like, in summers, there's not even a lot of places to run other than like Sonny's. I feel like the only one I can think.
Well, in Newington, there's a lot of places that have potential to. We got multiple schools. You got a couple VFWs. You got a Polish club that would be perfect. There's plenty of places to run, but the town is like really against professional wrestling because there's a lot about amateur. I know, I'm not positive now because I haven't me, Seven, or anyone else involved in WWE hasn't tried to approach these places recently. I'm going back from time, I'd say from 2004 to about 2008, because I tried to help when WCWA was around, I tried to help get them into one of the schools, and the reason why they turned it down. Then I tried to help get XCW possibly doing a show here, and same thing. So that was between 2004 and 2008. I don't know now, so I don't want to speak out of place and have heat with the town, especially because I still live here.
Now, I'd have to add an element to that. Getting pro wrestling in a place to host it is one thing. That's a task in its own, like you're saying. But your element specifically, it's a brawl. It's anything goes, and it's a little bit of different.
Everything's changing as if you actually pay attention, Kool-Aid, and look at the last couple posts made by WCWE. Mm-hmm. They got WWE has a ring, WWE more traditional, and the only matches that are going to be anything goes is for the Ground Zero Championship.
Okay.
The Ground Zero Championship is anything goes. Any other match is going to be traditional. And it's going to be at Club One Fitness. It's going to be, even though it's technically a bar, but because they have events there, he's allowed to have all ages events. So going forward, WWE events will also be all ages from now on.
Oh. Very interesting.
And we're going to be able to sell tickets in advance.
Nice.
And there's going to be, from what I understand, the venues will put out concessions. So this is a good step forward for WWE.
Now, on this,
go out there. I'd love to work out there.
And it's at Club. I might have accidentally said Club One Fitness. I don't know why I said that. It's Club One Entertainment.
Okay. Now, we talk a lot about on this show the evolution of wrestling, the evolution of character. Right now, in front of us, we're talking to a guy who's an active wrestler, but he's also a promoter of a company. And we are witnessing right now, before our eyes, is the evolution of WCWE, because what I've seen in the past is going to be different than what you're going to offer in the future.
Exactly. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be all ages. Not every match is going to be a brawl.
Right.
So the way the bar brawl came up is I talked to a guy by the name of he's gonna kill me if I don't remember his name. In New York. What's his name? I'm totally spaced out on his name. Castle Valentine. There you go. Castle Valentine. And that got big in New York. And if you look up Castle Valentine, you look up his shows, that's what it is. It's bar brawl. Nobody was doing it in Connecticut. He gave me his blessing. He told me how to do it properly. And so, because also money's a big factor in wrestling. So we figured this is a way we can get started, start to get the name out there. Didn't really have, and also at that building, there was really not that much room for a ring either. Because the second, I think it was the second one or the third one, we were gonna originally bring a ring in there, but when I went there, remember where the volleyball court is? Mm-hmm. So before we started running there, last time I was at that bar, that volleyball court was a big patch of grass. So that's where I was thinking we could put the ring. And then once I saw the volleyball court in the sand, I'm like, you can't do
that. Excuse me. Stevie Legend, we were talking WCWE, and I know now you have an affiliation with the Bike Club. Would we be seeing you regularly once we get back to all of this and WCW starts running up and we all get back to a normalcy here? Are you going to start
WCWE? Don't get us a lawsuit. You said WCW.
Oh my God, WCWE. I am so sorry.
We already got the cops called us on us once by WWE. I don't need it again.
That happened.
That was because I think it was the first bar brawl. We ran the same weekend as Money in the Bank in Hartford. And a lot I'm friends with some people up there, so they obviously saw the promotion of it. And WWE doesn't, from what I understand, from my experience personally, I can't talk for anybody else, so I could be wrong, but this is my assumption. Even if you're some no-name, I won't say no-name, but if you're some lower-end company, they don't care. If you're running the same weekend as them, about close to them, they don't like that. So they had called Newington, because Newington is only 10 minutes from Hartford. They had called Newington PD, told them there was illegal fighting going on at this bar.
Oh my God.
So the cops showed up, but we never saw the cops because what they didn't realize is the owner of this bar is a general contractor of the town and is friends with half the police department. So he cut them off right as soon as they walked in, before they even got to us. They talked to him and everything was cool from there. I even think Seven took a picture with one of the cops.
Okay, so to get back to your question, Don, hopefully, I would definitely love to work with you, Corey. That definitely would be open.
Yeah, Stevie's definitely going to be a part of WCW.
Now, I'd kind of like you to run through the championships and who's the champions of the company, because this is a new company, and okay. I'm just trying to maybe get some eyes to see what's going on.
So Lucas Chase is a dual champion because you all know he wrestles for BST, Blood, Sweat, Tears. So he's the Blood, Sweat, Tears champion, and he's also the WCWE heavyweight champion.
Okay.
The tag titles is any combination of the Bike Club.
Okay.
And I'm the Ground Zero champion. And as of right now, Seven is still, even though he hasn't been able to be there, because he's come back, Seven is still the TV champion.
So I see there's usually 4 or 5 matches at most at the WCWE shows. There's a lot of gold running around. I see that you guys like titles in that company, so everybody gets a chance to be a champion. Is that what it's about, or give us the premise? No,
so originally we weren't going to have that many. But if you notice, now we're going to be going to more traditional shows, so everything's going to be changing. But the original idea was WCW shows were only about an hour. We're not going to go for 2-3 hours. We just like to get a good show in and have people be able to not have to stay all night. So it's like they come early. At bar balls was late, but I'm saying for the future. So we can do like a 7 or 8 o'clock show. We can be done by 8 or 9, and this way, if kids have to go to bed or anything like that, they're not there till 10, 11 o'clock at night. The original idea with the bar brawl is because we only had 2 or 3 matches. So this way, if somebody couldn't make it, or we could at least have one title match on the show. So if say Lucas couldn't be there to defend the WWE heavyweight title, then somebody could, the TV championship could be on the line, the tag titles champion. So we'll never have a show that's full of every championship. Think of it kind of like the UFC. Like the UFC heavyweight belt, like the heavyweight champion is not on every event.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes still the middleweight belt or the women's belt, or so think of it more like that. So it's not like it's not like a company that we have all these titles and then everyone's running around with belts. It's more like the design of each show individually.
I got you. I can appreciate that because the fans, we like titles, We like to see champions at the shows and stuff, and representing and being, and defending the championships. We love that shit,
Everyone loves
Now,
Bell.
yeah, man. Now, you're saying that your format is about an hour long. I've been to a couple of shows now. That is going to continue to be part of the WCWE, is that hour-long format?
Yes. As of right now, because so we're gonna do the first one, see how it goes, and so on and so forth. So definitely for the first couple, being about an hour, and I don't ever see us going more than an hour and a half, because like I said, like sometimes, like, I don't know, I'm not saying anything bad about anybody else, because there's different things that work for different companies.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't see us doing a 2-hour show, and like people are gonna get bored after a while. And I'm not saying anything about the product or the matches we put on, but as a newer company, like even WWF did it when they first started Raw, it was only an hour. So I think it's gonna be a way to keep building the brand, especially with the changeover, with going to this new, more traditional. And now, because also, if you think about it, these bar brawls, the fans were not your typical wrestling fan.
Right.
A lot of them were the bar crowd, and they're there to see a fight. They're there to see blood. They're there to see hardcore. Now we have to basically almost start from scratch, going into the wrestling crowd. So we don't want to, because a lot of them might not know some of the WWE guys. Like they'll obviously know Len, they'll know Seven, they'll know myself, they'll know Baroness. But like, for example, like Steve Savage hasn't wrestled. He's just come back. He hasn't wrestled in a while. Puerto Rican Dream hasn't. He wrestles sporadically, so people they might recognize him, but they won't know him. Logan X. I don't know how well he's known right now, but I think he's newer because I met him recently, or like before the first bar ball is when I met him. So this way, if we do an hour-long show, it gets people, they don't get bored. It gets them familiar with the company, gets them familiar with all the wrestlers. And then maybe down the road, we could start building to an hour and a half.
Would you, are you open to adding to your roster, or you're comfortable with the home roster you have built now?
There's always room to add people, but I like to keep it small, because I almost look at WCWE almost like how ECW was. It's like a close group of guys, so I don't want to oversaturate the roster, but like I might bring some people in from the outside for like a show or two or a couple shows. But I really like the core roster. Like you're gonna start seeing Steve. Stevie's gonna come in if he wants to.
Definitely.
So that's, and then also I'm gonna you might see some of Kevin Landry's guys now that we have a ring. So basically it's just be like the core roster, and then I'm probably talk to a couple people like Kevin Landry's, and I knew Baroness for a while, but before I even talked I talked to Slick first. So and that's probably will be my two go-tos. First will be Kevin Landry, and then if any of the TOS guys want in, I'll talk to them. But it's not gonna be every show. Definitely not gonna be this. Definitely not gonna be this next show. But there's always gonna be room for people to come in and out.
Okay. Mr. Legend coming in on what seems, and I'm just gonna have to label it, a rebirth of a company going from, in a transition from, even a slight name change, the way that they're going to be wrestling now, bringing in the ring, doing it a little more traditional. You're going to be part of that starting right off the bat. You've got to be feeling kind of excited, jumping in. And I know you're doing your thing at Kevin Landry's, but this gives you a little bit of different experience that you get to learn maybe something a little bit different from the men and women, that you'll be meeting in the future,
Definitely. I'm very hungry. I'm definitely ready to just work my ass off and get in there and get my work in and just look very hungry for opportunities. So I'm definitely excited.
The first time I think I really met you, like outside the ring, we were talking post-event, and it was the blood, sweat, and tears, if I'm not mistaken. And it was myself, yourself, and Yusuf. We were kind of hanging out, and man, I love that little post-event, pre-event, whatever, hangout kind of stuff. Yeah, for me, I mean, I know where to draw the line as a fan, but when you guys let me and trusting, that's a big thing about wrestling. And trusting a guy like me who's not in the business, if you will, running around saying stupid shit with his phone, but you guys let me hang out with you and bullshit and have some fun, and I really appreciate that, you know?
We appreciate having people to support us like you, and yeah, at least I remember. I can't speak for everybody. I remember what it's like to be on your side. I grew up a fan. I still am a fan. If you look in my room, where's the flip button on here? Oh, what to do?
Oh, he took a snapshot.
Well, on my end, I don't even know what happened. Like, I don't see myself moving.
Basically, I got CM Punk stuff all over my room. I got a stack full of DVDs over here.
Yeah.
I understand the fans, and I'm involved.
Well, I gotta say, I know we were on a rocky road there, and I know when we get back, it's gonna be as rocky as we left it, with the whole bike club and all of that jazz. I really want to thank you guys for coming in, hanging out, talking to the fans, giving us a little insight of the bike club and stuff. And I think I still see Stevie's flip-sided camera there looking at his wall or some shit. If I'm not there. Wait, there we go. There we go.
There we go.
This guy's over here been pounding 4 different bottles of some shit. I don't know how he's even.
Long Island iced tea. Long Island iced tea.
Oh my God.
I haven't had Long Island iced tea so long.
Captain Morgan straight up.
On Long Island.
Captain Morgan straight up right here.
Oh my God.
Don't forget I had this.
I don't like
and Jack Daniel's Winter.
I don't think I've had that.
Oh.
It's really good.
Oh my God. I don't know.
I needed it to put up Mr. Kool-Aid over here.
Man, my head would be spinning. I'd be puking all over the place by now if I drank all of that.
It's because you know they say you're a one beer, you know the rest.
I am. Hey,
you
still
guys
gotta come out
and part at the bike club. One day you're coming out, you're partying with the bike club.
I think I might, because I know we jazz each other a lot and stuff, but I know you guys would be a lot of fun, and I'd have to go and hang out with the bike club post-event or some shit like that. It would be a lot of fun.
And don't forget, when we're not wrestling, I'm hosting karaoke at some bar.
Oh my God. I would love to. No, you know what? Never mind. I was about to say I'd love to hear you do some go-go's or some dumb shit like that, but you know what? I don't want to hear you sing anything.
You think I sing? I'm the host.
Oh, yeah, but the host has got to sing. You don't even sing when you host?
I need to be a little drunk to sing. But
what? Occasionally, if somebody asks me to help them with a song, I'll occasionally help. But we don't have. You don't have to sing. It's like sometimes, and some of the stuff we sing is crazy. So sometimes not. You can't do it at some of these places. Like like one night me and a couple other people, we sang Colt 45 by Alpha Man. We almost got kicked out that night. They almost ended karaoke right there because some little old lady that knew the owner complained and got mad at us. So.
Well, see, that's why you got to see. Now, I've been into music for a little bit. I've done some live performances over my time. I've played, I've sang, I've done some shit. Now, what you got to do is you fucked up on your song choice. You got to come out the box like I do. I've only done karaoke about 4 times. but I come out with a Thunder Kiss 65, or I come out with Awake from Godsmack, or Only by Anthrax. Come on, step up your fucking game, man.
I have a couple, like a handful of picks, because I can't do anything. So I know what I'm good at. So I'm good at there's a few parodies songs I'm good at, because and I'm usually good at some Eminem. And then there's and then there's like one, and there's like
by a Tupac once.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh God, I could never rap. No way. This white boy could never pull off a rap ever.
You gotta come out with the bike club some night, and it'll be a good time.
We'll have to make that happen. Hey, I really thank you guys for spending the time and talking to the fans. You guys were actually really cool, man, and I appreciate it.
Hey,
anytime.
Thank you a lot. This is a big opportunity for us as well, and you're very cool with us, and definitely.
And remember, it is Stewing the Kool-Aid with Don Kool-Aid.
Oh, you know what? I want to close it off, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention your podcaster. I cannot forget about your podcast. You've got a partner. You've got this new project going on. So, talk to us about it and tell us where we can find it.
Okay, so it's called Behind the Curtain. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. And if you go to SoundCloud, it's soundcloud.com/Behind the Curtain Pod 1.
Okay. What's it based upon? Like, what do you do?
It's mostly a wrestling podcast, but we will have also guests from other aspects of entertainment. Like we've interviewed, and now some of these aren't up yet. We interviewed Ref Q. We've interviewed Steve Savage. We've interviewed Laura Dash, who's a Hollywood stunt double. She's been in movies such as the original Jurassic Park. She's been in Hook. She's been in The Goonies. She's been in Scary Movie 4. She was in Basketball, and so on.
Wow. Was she really in Basketball?
Yeah, she was.
I love that movie.
We also interviewed Bryson Scott and Simply Luscious, if you know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have coming up. This one's not going. We're just gonna be recording this Monday night. We're gonna be interviewing Brandon Savage. He's the Randy Savage impersonator. He was on Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh yeah.
And they're usually 45 minutes to an hour long, and every episode drops every Wednesday at 5 a.m.
Okay. Well, hey, I would have been so upset if I didn't mention it, because your partner Ray.
Yes. And that's how this whole thing started, because the whole origin of the podcast, I was originally going to start one a while ago, but I wanted a partner. And then I got selected because he posted something on Facebook, the whole thing with Smith Hart. I got selected out of a crowd to be on a podcast, be his co-host. And then, unfortunately, before we started, we had the first two we were supposed to do, are two guests. I don't want to name names because they're very significant in the pro wrestling business. But we had two names that backed out the last minute. And then Smith, unfortunately, got sick and ended up passing away. So I held off on it for a little while because I had my day job wrestling going on. And then I met Ray because I'm not sure if you knew this, I'm with Book Pro Wrestlers with Steve Stasiak. Steve had hooked me up with Mr. Ray, who has a YouTube channel. I think it's just the Mr. Ray Show. And then he had interviewed me. And he had some audio issues and this and that. And I said, let me help you out. I have radio experience because I worked in radio for 4 years. So it ended up becoming where I was helping him out. And then I'm like, ask him, would you want to just do a podcast together? And I'll help you a lot. And he's like, oh yeah, that'll be great. And it just snowballed into this full-on podcast now. And Ray's great. He's from Texas. And so we just get everybody up on Skype like what you're doing now, but we do the audio version. And we handle our interviews that way. I do all the producing, all the editing. Because like I said, I'm a graduate from Kincaid School of Broadcasting, worked in radio for 4 years. So with my experience, I'm able to do that aspect of it.
That's cool. You guys are having fun. I've been checking them out. You guys Now, Mr. Legend, he's a legend. He should have already been on the show. He should have been the very first episode. Doesn't that just piss you off a little bit, Mr. Legend?
Oh,
just
yeah,
a little bit?
A little bit. I do got to get on that.
He's gonna be on. He's gonna be on. What do you want us to do? Start off the first episode with the full bike club?
Well, hey, he's Stevie Legend. He was born a legend. He should have been your very first guest. If I was you, Stevie Legend, I'd leave the bike club just to show him what's good.
Why don't
Screw
we
them.
I'm not going that far. But
why don't we come there and take that little belt of you?
Nah, we don't need to do that. You guys have been an absolute blast tonight, and I can't thank you enough. And I'm glad I mentioned. Oh, thank you, man. I'm glad I mentioned the podcast because Ray would have probably found me before you guys found me and was like, "Hey, Kincaid, what the hell?" So I'm glad
I saw you trying to do it, Ray. I saw you trying to stir the Kool-Aid with him too.
I tried. I tried.
Ray's one of us.
No, he didn't bite. I thought he would, man. I did try though. I really did.
Look at Don messing with a handicapped kid. Come on.
You guys have been awesome, man. I can't appreciate it enough. And that's what wrestling is, though, man. I know we jazz each other and we have some back and forth at the shows, but it's all in fun and we have a lot of fun. And I'm telling you, you guys are bringing your characters. You're evolving a little bit with your little faction going on right now. WCWE, changing a little bit, doing a transition and evolving as a company. I can't wait for what the future brings to all you guys, man. I thank you so much.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back to Kevin Landers either.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to get back in the ring. Thank you so much, Don.
Oh,
loved it.
Absolutely, man. I'm so glad you guys came on.
When
I don't want to hear him no more. I don't want to hear him no more.
When things open back up, we're gonna party. You're gonna come out and party with us.
Nah, maybe. We'll think about it. This is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid.
And
my very special guests. One, Stevie Legend. He was born out of the box of legend. And one, Corey Adams. The guy's been drinking alcohol like it's freaking soda and water and Kool-Aid. He's been drinking it like it's Kool-Aid. Thank you guys. Stirring the Pot with both you guys have been awesome tonight.
Yeah,
you're welcome, Don.
You're the man.